It's a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday evening. Of course, I'm back live on your screens. And let me tell you something. They say first love never dies. But what happens when it comes back at the wrong time, in the wrong place, and sets your whole life on fire? Tonight's story is about unfinished business, temptation, and the dangerous pull of the past. Is this fate giving love a second chance or a forbidding mistake dressed as destiny? We're coming to you live from MX24 TV here in East Legon. And of course, you can join the conversation on our social media platforms at MX24GH with the hashtag Broken Pen, or send us your message via our WhatsApp number 0550 331 511. My name is Yavita, you already know, and with me tonight I've got a returning guest. He's a content creator, Walter Senna. Walter, how are you doing?
I'm good.
The last time Walter came in, he was late. So I wasn't happy with him at all. But today I'm
Yeah.
told that he came
Oh yeah, I came
early.
very like Elias.
Hey!
There's a word
Today
like
you
that.
weren't giving me the opportunity to even say, oh, what are you late?
Nah.
Today, Diana, you came
No.
prepared for me.
Yeah,
But it's nice to
exactly.
see you again. How
Yeah,
are
you
you
too.
doing?
Hanging in there.
How has 2025 treated you?
No
No,
comments.
hey, 2025, yeah, that's sure. Please, 2025 show me shaggy. It has shown me shaggy, but
Yeah. It's
you know what?
crazy.
We still have. We're in September, right? So we still have.
The year has ended already,
eh,
actually.
We have October, November, December. 3 months more. This last 3 months, it must show me some miracle.
Yeah, it
Anna.
has to.
It
Yeah.
has to show us a
Yeah.
miracle. And of course, I've got my other guest. He's MC The Saint. He's an event MC. Hi, The Saint. How are you doing?
Hello, Peter. I'm
Oh
good.
my God! See his voice. I like the bass in your voice.
Thank you.
Woo! Have you always spoken like this, or not? Say when you got to some age, then the bass started coming.
Well, I don't know. People started telling me I had a good voice.
Yeah. Ooh. MC, say, do you have a girlfriend?
Um,
And I
can
say,
we talk about that
yeah.
off?
You see, when you ask a man, do you have a girlfriend? And the first thing he does is, you just know that it's a very dicey situation.
Very,
You
very
understand? It's a
dicey.
very
Yeah.
dicey situation.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for coming in
You're
today.
welcome.
How has 2025 treated you?
Not bad. Just as you said, we are hanging in there.
We're
We are
hanging in there.
managing.
We're
Yeah.
managing.
Yeah.
No, you cannot be managing the way you are looking fresh. He's not managing. We are managing, but he's not managing. Can't you see? He's looking. You know what?
Yeah.
Let me calm down. Let me calm down. Otherwise, they'll say that I am saying something that I don't have to say. Let me calm down. Thank you so much for coming in today.
welcome.
Really appreciate it. Guys, and now to today's story. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
Today's story is the flesh never forgets, and the story will show you the flesh truly never forgets.
forget, Yeah.
Now let's go. We didn't speak for many years. Just like in a lot of relationships, our feelings for each other faded away. I don't remember how it happened, but we just drifted apart after 3 years of being together. But the trouble with these kinds of situations is that the person is so imprinted on your heart that you never really let them go. At least for me, that's how I felt. You know their telephone number by heart. You know their parents and family members. Her birthday is your password. Ah, Charlie. At first, it was bad. You can't eat. You begin to regret letting all that you've built over the years go down the drain. Then you realize she's moved on, hanging out with different men like you never even existed, while you cry yourself to sleep. So after some months, you decide to move on too, but life has a funny way of letting you know that you don't get to write your entire story. A very close friend of mine decided to follow in my footsteps. After being my best man, he decided that he also had to settle down. In about a year, he was ready to get married. So naturally, he asked if I wanted to join his groom train. But I wasn't going to be in the country at the time and had to turn him down. He was disappointed, so I promised that I'll try to make it back on time for the wedding reception rather. On the day I got back, I rushed to pick up my kaftan and headed to the venue thinking I was late. But of course, in typical Ghanaian fashion, the reception hadn't begun. The couple, he's shading Ghanaian, Ghanaian events, what's doing? The couple were still taking the exclusives. but I could see my friend's face light up with joy when he saw me. After the photos were taken, he told me to join the train that danced in before the new couple were called in. I hate to dance, but I had no choice. So tell me why it's time to dancing and everyone has sped up, only for me to see the person I was supposed to dancing with was my ex. I was shocked and couldn't speak. I mean, how? It was too much of a coincidence. I thought it was a prank, but I later found out that she was a distant cousin of the bride who also wanted her to join her train because they were close. We had to dancing. I really didn't want to do it, but my friend's happiness came first, so I had to. We did the normal far apart dance, trying not to touch or get close to each other. But the fool of an MC decided that he had to display. Okay, first off, why are we verbally abusing the MC?
I was
the
just
MC
about
doesn't-
to ask you.
because the MC doesn't know that you people know each other.
We'll talk about that.
Hey, justice for all MCs, please. He teased us to heat up the room for the bride and groom, and the guests were cheering us on. Before I realized, my ex had drawn close to me, put my arms around her waist, and was looking into my eyes. I was gone. Hey, gone now. Just the skin contact brought back memories I had locked away. We spent the rest of the night trying to avoid each other, but when it was time to go, I saw her approaching. I wanted to avoid this demon, but I just couldn't. Wow. She said she wanted to say goodnight properly and wanted me to walk her to the car park where her husband was waiting for her. Emphasis on her husband. I knew I had to ditch her, so I said I needed to use the bathroom quickly, and she burst out laughing. She said she knew I was running away, so she would come with me. I already know how mad this girl could get, and I should have stopped her when she tried to follow me. But I was curious as to if she's matured, and I got it all wrong.
That's a lie.
Okay, boss, please, you can't. Don't give us that.
That's a lie.
As soon as I entered the cubicle to urinate, she forced her way in and started kissing me. I can't explain it, but there was this rush of energy that came over me. I always felt like we had unfinished business, and the sex we had in that space that night, even my wife nor my ex herself had never experienced me like that. Why? We were like animals. Thank you, because we really are animals. I remembered how she smelled, the taste of her sweat. I could hear her crying, saying how she missed me. And the idiot that I was cried too. I guess there were a lot of repressed feelings.
Yeah.
We couldn't stop smiling at each other after we left. I walked her to the car park and I saw her kiss her husband who was waiting for her in hey, like nothing had happened. A proper demon. And this is where my problem lies. This demon has got me wrapped around her finger. I'm in love with her all over again. I love my wife and all, but this is different. She loves me too and is willing to leave her husband and risk it all for us to be together again. But I can't do something that's sinister to my wife, even though my whole spirit is moving me towards my ex. I broke a marriage vow to stay faithful, but what is forbidden has overwritten my heart and mind. I've lost focus. My mind is falling apart, and my wife is feeling a distance growing between us. What if I was meant to be with my ex this whole time? Did it take us getting married to figure it out, or have I let a random night of passion push me off course? This is my broken pen. Please save me with your comments. You see, sometimes when I hear these stories, then I want to be very respectful. I want to sit on the fence without sounding judgmental, but okay, you know what? I'm not even going to speak. I'm going to let my guests do the speaking today, because I feel like if I say anything, it's either they will turn off this my show, or they will arrest me. The person will look for me and come and arrest me, because what I want to say, let me hold it together. Let me start with the saint.
Yeah.
Do you think this thing that has happened, it was somebody rekindling their love, or you think it was just lust, being pushed by lust?
Well, this one I would term it as relationship more as gratia
Hey,
or pension pay.
hey, yeah, woo.
It is just lust. There's nothing like love in here.
Oh, but he's saying his spirit is moving him towards
The
his
spirit
ex.
had moved in way back,
Yeah.
but after 3 years they were able to separate. After 3 years, it was lust then. It is still lust, and it will forever be lust.
Oh,
There is nothing like love in here. You know, when you two crazy folks meet in person, you know, there's this connection.
yeah.
You do your thing, you go your way.
Also, so wait, are you saying that he should have treated that night as a it has happened, let's just
Thank you
move
very
on?
much.
Exactly.
Something like
I
that.
mean, things do happen.
Yeah.
The marriage of late isn't like that of our forefathers. The system of late isn't like that of our forefathers. The system pushes us to do things. We all have cobwebs in our cupboard.
Me, I don't have cupboards in
You
my
do.
cupboard.
You do.
That cupboard, I've
There-
broken
there-
it.
there
I've
are-
used
there
to
are
prepare
things-
cocoa.
There are things we do in the dark that people don't get to know. We all
Yeah.
have a dark past.
It's an FBI crowd will not get that information.
Exactly. So it happened. Yes, it had happened. I am not here to play the blame game. It has happened. You just move on.
Just
Just
move on.
sit her down. Let her know. You know what? This isn't like first. Now we are two married folks. I mean, I have a wife. You have a husband. It happened. First of all, why even do a married woman?
Thank you.
Edwamani in nature, you shouldn't even do
You
a
people,
married
all
woman.
the single people in this world, you people did not see it is married woman that you want, and they will
So-
give you some excuse inside.
Well,
Yeah.
the connection was there.
Yeah.
Way back, they've had intimacy.
Yeah,
So
so-
definitely, the main reason why I wouldn't let my woman get closer to her ex, and I don't actually date a woman who does male besties.
Thank you.
Because
We don't do
there is-
bestie
you know,
here.
when the opposite sex meets, there is this connection. Women
No
are swayed.
matter what.
Women are swayed so easily by the little care you give them. So bestie giving her that care, or ex giving her the care that she needs. Probably you are busy trying to figure out how to survive, how to bring in money
Yeah.
for both of you to survive on, and then her mindset is swayed to the other side. By the time you realize they are sleeping with each other, so getting in the first place, getting closer to the ex, well, it wasn't a planned thing, so I wouldn't blame him that much. But then I'll still hold on to the fact that it is lust. There's nothing like love in
There's
here.
nothing like love.
right.
Walter, what do we think?
Yeah, I kind of like agree. Not kind of. I absolutely agree with him. It just lasts from the onset because even the touch of you getting closer
Yeah,
to
but,
his
but you see,
skin.
sometimes when you meet the love of your life, maybe you're not together, but they will touch you, then goosebumps.
This
You
one,
start to feel
yeah.
like this is
This
truly.
one, I honestly feel like for him to have moved on to get married, for her to also have moved on to get married, it was just last. And for me, I think the cheating it's happened. It was right for it to happen. For them to know that, okay, it's happened now, we've cleared our eyes.
Yeah,
that,
this is
okay,
the closure
this
that
is
we
the closure.
needed.
They needed the sex for the closure. That's actually what I
But
think.
do you think sex is really some
For
sort of
this
closure?
particular situation, definitely.
Because
it
sometimes
is.
you go and do sex for closure. Then closure becomes opening. Then the next day you're
Yes.
always going for closure.
Closure,
The
closure.
closure is continuing for like
They
1 year.
never
You're still
close.
closing. You
Yeah.
never finish closing. You know.
So I feel like this particular one, it was just, they needed that closure. And I think the follow-up, what should be the next thing, they should have a sit-down conversation and clear whatever they needed to clear. But thinking that is the love of your life, no, I don't think so. And also because he was with this particular person for a longer time. This person knew him very well, maybe more than his wife knows him. So I think what he should do is to rather try and build a connection with his wife, so the wife will know him better than the ex, than just falling in for your ex. And yes, your ex is saying she would break up her or she'll come to you, but how sure are you that yes, you'd go out of that marriage and build another relationship? Won't those issues that made you break up with her in the first place come
Exactly.
back? Do you get it? So there's a lot of loopholes in this. It's just lust, and if they want to continue having sex, that's up to them. But like you saying you want to, because don't forget, she also has a husband. Like these are two different, even though they are not in the conversation, but their lives also matter here.
Yeah.
And you're putting them in another
Justice for
situation.
married people. Why?
Yes, so I just feel like yes, it's last. You guys have gotten it out of the way, and he might be thinking with maybe thinking, oh, we had a very good time. We enjoyed ourselves to an extent that we cried. So you think that that is the ultimate experience you want to experience.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think so. You can create that experience with your new partner,
With your new
and you would get out
But
of
what if he's married, right? They're
yeah.
both married. I'm going to assume they love their partners,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then this thing has happened. Now he's feeling like, okay, we were meant to be together. Do you feel like maybe there's some sort of justification for this, like him pursuing her or her pursuing him as a form of like, oh, we're trying to see if we're meant to be. Maybe we're meant to be. We just rushed to break up, and maybe we just needed to marry other people in order to open, our
God.
minds and our eyes to the diamond we were holding that we have let go of. MCD Saint, is there justification for that?
There isn't.
Yeah.
There are two things involved here. Okay, so they were together for 3 years.
Yes.
And then none of them told the other, we've broken up, but they just left.
Yes.
They went their separate ways. So what actually caused each other losing interest in themselves?
Yeah.
For all you know, since both of them are into doing exes, the lady was out there sleeping with an ex or somebody. The gentleman was out there doing their own thing. And that's the same way that this ex thing is making him lose interest or connection with the main wife. Same way the earlier thing could have made them lose connections with each other. And what is the guarantee that even if they break up with the wife and the husband and then they come together, what is the guarantee that the same way she's sleeping with him as an ex,
Yes,
she wouldn't
he
go
won't
back
go
sleeping
back
with
Her
the husband
previous husband.
as an ex?
Yeah.
I mean, there is no guarantee here.
Yeah.
So there is nothing like, I mean, we getting back and then we were meant to be together. If you were meant to be together, it would have happened in the first place.
Yes.
I
Not
mean,
now that's
You just want to sleep with each other.
Yeah.
And that is the worst thing here because, as Senna said, there are two people whose lives in here matter. They know nothing about what is going on, but then they are going to get hurt most if any of them should find out.
Yeah.
They weren't there when you people messed up the first time. They've shown you, they've exhibited traits of good love or good marriage materials. That's why you went into marriage with them. So why hurt them with, let me put it, I know I'm on TV, but with your stupid attitude, as you thinking you were meant to be together. Who told you that? Which prophet gave you that prophecy?
Prophet of the prophets.
Yeah, and I agree with Saint on this because there's a lot of loopholes because in the period of you guys breaking up, you didn't know why you broke up.
Yeah.
The story is not clear. There's definitely something. There's no smoke without fire. So there's something there. And coming back, you think that's fine, you can come back together, but you, the man, you'll be uncomfortable anytime you see her talking to the ex.
That's true. That's true because you were once an ex.
Yeah.
Now you become a husband. Now she's talking to her ex-husband.
Even when she's even shaking hand with him, you're like, okay, what's going on here?
That handshake is a little too
much.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't mean channel. Hey, my dear.
You'll be judging every, like you'll be looking out for her. Whenever she tells you, oh, I'm going here, you yourself, because you know the kind of way you got her, you will just be unsure.
I think he said that she's crazy. Maybe he wants some craziness in his life.
That's what I'm saying. He should
misses
create
that craziness.
I always say that I know 2025 the world is evolving. I think one thing the young couples are doing now is having conversations. I think what I've noticed in that year people, the previous, the older people, they don't have sexual conversations with their partners, and I feel like we, the younger ones who are now getting into marriage, should have that conversation. There's nothing wrong with telling your partner that, oh, turn around if this will work for the both of us. And I think what is happening here is just there's pleasure, the sexual pleasure that he got or he used to get from the previous girlfriend, and he feels like, oh, maybe the wife is not, because I don't think if the wife
even he in his own words he said it was crazier than anything he and his wife. Hey,
so I just feel like it's just the concern of he getting some sort of pleasure, and he feels like maybe the wife is not giving. And that is it. You can create that with your wife. You don't necessarily need to be going back to that ex.
Generally, you can see that both of them are not ready for marriage. Oh yes, they are not matured enough mentally, emotionally, physically for marriage. The thing is, you dated your current wife for a while before you got into marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely, in this our generation, definitely you would have gone to bed with her before.
Yeah.
Yes, I know we are Christians, but we do stuff. So you've probably done it a couple of times, and you were comfortable. You were okay with it. So why give me that flimsy excuse that?
Now if you want to do something crazy, go and tell your wife, eh?
Yeah.
Try it.
So when you were dating, you didn't know she wasn't crazy.
yeah, she was too down.
And you still
too
went ahead.
boring.
You still went ahead to
marry.
marry her. Then that clearly shows the picture I am trying to paint here. He isn't ready for marriage because you knew what she could do in bed. You knew what she could the tenants she could do in bed.
You know that she's not spider woman.
Before you went into the marriage. So you knew what you were going in for. You knew what you wanted. So why give me that excuse that you had something crazier out there? Wasn't she crazy enough before you got married to her?
He's looking for something
So
crazy.
why didn't you look for somebody who was crazier than, crazy enough as you were looking for, and then ditch her earlier, rather than getting married to her and then going in for an ex with this flimsy excuse?
Do you think our generation gets bored easily when it comes to relationships and marriages?
Oh yes, there is this gamophobia thing, most of them are scared of attachment. Come, let's just have fun, and then we go around.
Don't see. I always don't try that thing with me.
It happens.
I will give you uppercuts.
There is this fear of attachment. I don't know if it's the right word, if it's gamophobia or what, but it's one of these
why are
phobias.
people we're always crying about not having people around us for extended periods of time? We don't have friends. We don't have people around us that we can keep for a long time. And then we meet people, and then we mess it up.
Yeah. Quickly before Senna comes in, let me use myself as an example.
Okay.
Sure.
I recently moved into a bigger space, and I've been trying to even get my very good friend here to at least once a while come around and all that. But I'm the type, when you come around and you stay for long, I get so pissed off. I feel like especially staying for days. Like you can stay for a day with me, 2 days with me, that's fine.
But
staying for days with me, I feel like
I need my space.
I
need my privacy, please.
Don't you have a place?
I need my privacy, please.
So I just make up excuses and you have to go. And at times I sit down alone at night in my bedroom and I go like, will it be okay? Will I ever be able to probably get married? Because getting married and being under the same shelter with you, in the same room with you for the rest of my life, I feel like, Charlie, I want my me time. Let me feel free. So this is the generation we live in now. Take it or leave it, it's happening. I've always said to myself, if I find a woman who feels like, okay, let's get married, but I'll stay somewhere and you stay somewhere. When we need it, we come together, we do whatever we have to.
Do you know
that is what I want.
Ironically, I can't do that.
Well, you can do it, but there are people out there.
Especially, you see, there's a difference. Especially when it has to do with a love interest, like my partner. I want to stitch you to my body.
From the way I see, you are too clingy, and that thing puts me off. I don't like clingy women.
You see, that's the thing.
Let you do your thing.
Everybody
thing.
is different.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it is so, and I honestly feel like the perfect duo would be not like I also don't want you to be clingy like that. Like, let's calm down.
Yes,
Okay,
like two clingy
I'm the
people,
one that is clingy.
Yeah, you can't.
Don't be clingy. I beg you. Do you get it?
Yeah.
And I feel like that might be the perfect duo for me. I can't have two people that are like, I don't want to be near you. I also don't want to be near me. It's recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Of course, what I said about stitching you is I'm exaggerating, but I also feel like I can coexist with somebody under one roof for days. I like the idea of that. And it might partly be because of my childhood. Like, I am so into like movies and those things, and so that is how I always tell people I live my life as if I'm in a movie. That's how I do it. I plan my life. I wake up in the morning and then I write a whole note, like a whole list on my note that, okay, this morning I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm planning my day. So when something goes off there, I'm like if you're my partner and you're supposed to come to my house today, and you call me later and say, oh, work Cynthia, what's their plans? I wanted you to come.
You
right
were
now,
on
you're
the
there.
script.
Nah, you see, you were on the script exactly. So why are you
Yeah.
messing up
Then
with
you
my?
would
with
have
my
issues with a
you
gentleman
get
like
it.
me,
But
because
this I wanted to ask you as a wedding MC, right? Have you ever seen anything of this sort before, where you can clearly see that this boy is their wedding, no, but you can see that the woman that is sitting in front, it is the ex. The way she's doing her face and she's sitting there, no,
Yeah.
you can tell that there's something. This one there, sometimes see me sometimes I go to wedding and I'll be looking at one particular person. The way the person is moving,
doing,
the way she's
yeah.
moving, you can see that somebody is not happy about this wedding. Have you noticed
Yeah.
anything like that?
yes, I think on 3 occasions.
Make
One was quite recently. I think
Ooh.
the first one I didn't go with him, but the other 2 I went with him. If I tell him the event, he will figure it out.
Talk to me.
The gentleman's ex was around. And I think they had a very good rapport, but you wouldn't figure out because the gentleman was a type Onjina Falcon. I mean, talking to almost everybody at the
yeah,
event.
so you wouldn't-
if you are not smart enough, you wouldn't be able to
yeah.
deduce the fact that this lady was connected in a way to
Yeah.
it. And one was in Kumasi, but with that particular wedding, the ex wasn't having a cordial relationship with the lady.
Okay.
So at that particular wedding, when we were having the party time, the lady actually requested for what we call the ekutianyum.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was more of a kutia to the ex.
No, but like, is that allowed? You can request a song.
No, actually,
Yeah,
people do.
it's an event.
Do you pay for it or you just request?
No, you can
it's
just go to
an
the
event.
DJ,
She is a bride, and she decides what
Oh, okay,
you
yeah.
pay
the
for
bride.
her.
I was
Yes,
thinking the ex.
no,
Mr.
the
Chamba,
bride-
Daddy Lumba, I shoot against.
That is the main
Oh,
song.
see,
When
I
I am
know.
done, I'll try and look through the videos. I think I have the video of that particular
Wow.
incident, and I'll
Yes.
send it to you.
I shoot
You know,
against.
that was the exact song
Yes.
that was requested. And
Perfect choice, by the way.
it was in Kumasi anyway. You know how
Yeah.
our folks from
Yes.
Yeah.
Oseikum does it.
Yeah.
So it happens. It happens. I mean, you get there, and if you are smart enough, you know, say,
You can tell.
Yeah, it happens.
Wow, I'm getting so excited about today's conversation. But guys, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go for a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. But let me tell you, something big is still happening. The Cowbell Coffee with You Every Moment promo is still on. And by popular request, we have extended it to 30th September 2025. Yes, you asked and we listened. So far, our lucky winners across the country have won amazing prizes ranging from an all-expense paid trip to Cape Town, cash prizes from 1,000 Ghana cedis to 20,000 Ghana cedis, smart TVs and smartphones, subscriptions to Netflix, Spotify, Uber, a lot more, branded souvenirs, products, and so much more. You could also win these and many more. And Charlie, we're not done yet. Remember the grand prize? The Suzuki Jimmy SUV, it is still up for grabs. And getting in is so easy. Just buy 10 promo sachets of Cowbell coffee, send the unique codes inside to star 713 star 27 hash, or scan the QR code on the sachet to enter on the microsite. Every 10 sachets equals one entry, which equals one chance to win. Don't let this extended chance pass you by. Look sharp and win big. Follow at cowbellcoffee.gh on socials for updates. Cowbell Coffee with you every moment. Now we're going to continue our conversation, guys. Now you see how our writer mentioned that his wife, right, And I want to assume even the lady's husband who has noticed that there's some sort of distance. And that's the thing about relationships. When you know your partner, or we're assuming you know your partner very well, you can tell when they are distancing. Something is, is distancing. Sana, do you think that honesty is the only way out now? Or you think, he's already destroyed everything he's built. He might as well just destroy everything at once and just go for his ex.
Okay, so I don't know if he stated how long they've been married for, but honestly, for me, I don't think he needs to tell anyone.
Oh, he should.
Yeah, he should keep it. There's no need.
He should do it. CIA or FBI cannot get this information
Yeah,
from
I
me.
don't think you should tell your partner that this is actually what happened. Moving forward, we are not doing that again. Period. There's no need to tell your. I feel like if you do, that is when the conversations will come up of it, and then she will now be curious as to, hey, so where are you? Are you at that girl's place? Yeah. Especially if she's the type that would want to. No, I don't think you need to tell her. What you need to do now is to build that relationship with her, and so that, and to an extent that she will not even have the doubts that, oh, there's a that's honestly. And I know the religious people will say, oh, open up. Sometimes it's not everything you need to say.
Some things are there.
Yeah, like you take it to your grave.
Put it in your pocket.
Yeah, I don't think she needs to open it. He needs to
open up. The saint.
Yeah. I think I side with. I second what Senna said. Some secrets are. That's why it's a secret. You keep it a secret for the rest of your life. We had some of our forefathers dying with where our golds are buried and all that.
When I meet my grandfather in heaven
they
someday,
didn't tell us, and these are secrets they died with. So you don't have to tell him.
Yeah.
Women are
not wired to take the truth.
Exactly, are made in a way that no matter how long it takes, she will still have that pain. And when trust is broken, it's broken.
Yeah.
You can never mend it. So the relationship or the marriage will never be as it used to be in the past. You've spoiled everything. Just keep quiet. I mean, make sure you build a proper marriage relationship, a proper marriage life with your wife. From then, go to the gym together, do stuff, go for shopping, buy hair gifts. Excuse me to say, but the little things you do, they value the little things you do for them. So buy her gifts. When coming from work, get her chocolates and all that. And then when it comes to bedmatics, change your styles, do stuff. I mean, it shouldn't always be in the bedroom. Since you the gentleman are claiming to be crazy. Let's do crazy stuff.
Spider-Man!
When she's cooking,
we hail you.
You just pull her down for a quickie or something. You move on, in the living room, in the bathhouse and all that. Do stuff. Yeah, do stuff. The bathhouse, you just have to be careful. I mean, yes, when holding on to something, you just have to be careful. It's not
my
slippery.
director said you can hang on the ceiling fan if you do it.
That is the hanging one.
But you know something? Let me tell you something the same. I don't know if it's because I am a journalist, but if I was his wife, he doesn't need to tell me. I would have figured it out a long time ago. Do you know why? I'm the type of person that I move with my intuition a lot, and I pay attention to people's mannerisms, right? You see the way he's saying his wife has realized the distance. She's slow. Me, even before I realized that distance, I've caught you that day, and I'm saying this based off of some experience that I have had in the past. Sometimes, there was a time, let me tell you, I was dating somebody, right? And they were still showing up, we're still going out, but there was something that I realized. He was overdoing things a little too much. Just a tad little. He does everything, the way he regularly does it, but there was something slightly different about certain things. And you see, one thing about me, I'm a very emotional person. I don't know how to get angry. I have just two emotions. Either I'm happy or I'm crying. I don't know how to get angry. So when I'm happy, I can even be crying. When I'm crying, I can be laughing. That's how I am. So I just looked at him and I told him, there's something you're not telling me. He said, well, there's nothing. Yeah, everything is fine. I said, no, there's something you're really not telling me. He said he swears on everything. He promises me there's nothing. Then I said, okay, no problem. Then I realized a certain account was checking my socials. And that's the thing about us women. When we know that we're talking to somebody's man, now we want to see, we think the his girlfriend or the person is competition. So now we want to look up the competition. So I realized that a certain account, I'm the type of person, I look at if I post something on my Instagram story, I will go through all the viewers to see everybody. If I see an account that I don't know, I always tap on it to look at it. And with my intuition, when I tap on your profile and something glows in my head, I know there's something off. So I realized this particular account had come to look at me on Snapchat, had come to look at me on Instagram, had come to look at me on TikTok.
Monitoring spirit.
You understand? And then I was like, of course, there are multiple accounts that are doing the same thing, but there's something about this particular account.
one.
I don't like it. So I took a screenshot of that account. Then I saw him and then I asked him, oh, do you know this account? He said, oh, not really. I said, okay, sure, that's fine. I mean, if you don't know, you don't know. Then I said, you know what, I'm going to do a little investigation on this account. And might I tell you, the person that actually told me what was going on was the girl's roommate. She's in uni. It was her roommate that told me, oh yes, she has been talking to this particular person for like 2 months now. I said, oh, thank you. And I have a very good rapport with the university students. I don't know if you keep up with most of my posts. I'm always in universities and senior high schools. So I already have that rapport. And it's easy to have a conversation with somebody like that, like, oh, I'm just looking for new models for this particular brand that I'm working with. And then they're ready to give me all of the information. So I saw him again and then I said, I'm going to ask you something. Do you know this account? He said, now he says, and he knows me very well, knowing that as I've asked second time, not just say, I know something. Then he was like, oh yeah, we follow each other. Then I said, you follow each other, you just follow each other. And then he was like, so how are you doing? And I said, that's not what you were going to ask me. Say it before I tell you. I know more than you think I do, so talk to me. Then he started giving me the information. He didn't start from the beginning, he started from the middle. So me now I have to be doing the connection of this one. And I told him,
the dots, that's crazy.
why didn't you just tell me? At least it's better for me to hear it from you than actually having somebody taunt me and hunt me on social media, and then I have to put it all together. And the kind of person that I am, when you tell me I can heal, then you're not telling me. Because it will keep hunting me. So I'll always be like, there's something off. Like, there's something. Just tell me what it is.
And were you really sure you wanted to know?
Yes. And after I got to know,
And
funny enough,
are you sure you would have healed
yes.
from it?
Yes, I got to know and I felt a lot better. I mean, we split after. Like, it took a while before we split.
But I can boldly look at you and tell you that both the lady and your gentleman were not smart and matured enough.
Yeah.
Oh.
If they were, there are people doing stuff
I
that you
just
would
think-
never
I always
find out.
think that it just has to do, well, it has to do with that person. That's what I think.
Exactly.
It has to do with the person. Because we've also been with people that seem like they're the best people. Like sometimes
Angels on earth.
women can be sleeping with a man, right? And then they'll meet the man's wife and then she's just praising her husband. And then
Let me
she's just sitting there like,
give you a quick scenario.
you don't know.
I have a very
Yeah.
close pal, a lady for that matter. So I know her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I know the boyfriend's friends.
Ah.
So I saw a post
Yeah.
on her status. If she watches this video, she knows I'm talking about her. And then I asked her, I have a certain name I call her, and then I asked her, Charlie, the way you are closer to this guy's friend there in the picture there, and so forget it, meaning. Meanwhile, in the picture, they were all smiley like that. The guy, the lady's boyfriend was in there, the gentleman was in there, but the boyfriend didn't know that the friend was sleeping with.
Hey.
And this wasn't the first time.
Wow.
I am telling you, before God and man, I won't sit on television and lie. She knows what I'm talking about if she watches this video.
My goodness.
And if I'm not lying, when we are done, I'll show you the message I'm talking about. It's on WhatsApp. So, and this guy knows the other guy as my very good friend. So what would even push you to suspect that he's sleeping with my girlfriend?
Hey. You bad it is now. Hey.
And that's, I think you talked about it earlier, that what's happening is, you mentioned is also that we get bored easily. And I think it's because your partners are not for lack of better words, I would say creative. Be creative.
Chairman,
Because no,
because
because you are doing boring things, and if you are doing boring things, definitely I'll be bored. So we should be creative about it. When we talk about going on a date, everybody will think, oh, go to a restaurant and go and eat. But you know
there's
me
so
and
many
you don't
different
want
things.
to like go and sit across each other and
Yes.
eat. There are so many ways we can be creative about it. And I know Accra doesn't have a lot of creative places, but like good places for you to hang out. But you can create movies and all those things.
Yes,
Or
game nights.
watch movies together and do a follow-up, have conversations about the movie. There are other ways we can,
People
Senna,
don't know how
Senna,
to do that.
Senna,
enough
somebody
of the-
works from Monday to Saturday. His salary at the end of the month is around 1,500, 1,000 cedis.
Yeah.
How much do I take out of that money for a date? How much do I take out of that money for shopping? I mean,
it doesn't have to be
But you
expensive.
can do
it's-
something in the
It
house.
doesn't have to be
the
expensive.
relation, which house? Which house? We are dating. We are not married though. We are dating.
Yeah, but-
and I'm living with my parents. Which house?
Oh,
Tell
there
your
are
parents that you are
affordable
hosting
places-
friends. You are hosting pajamas
Yeah.
nights that day.
There are
Look, I
affordable
feel like there's
places
so
that
many.
yeah.
Do you know that my partner of almost 4 years, our very first date was coffee. The last time it was on Twitter and they were having a conversation about like first date, and then girls were like, when we're going on a first date, don't even come to me and tell me that we're going on an ice cream date or we're going to have coffee.
That is the mentality of most of your
How long am I going to sip that coffee for us to get to know each other? And I said, why are you people,
Does it
why
have
is
to
it
be that?
imbibed in your head that a first date has to be something so expensive? Like you're just
Yeah.
getting to know each other.
Like,
What if after that the whole thing doesn't happen? Mabokegu.
yeah.
You get.
And
So,
you
like,
don't expect me
and
to
me,
spend
I
that
had
much
fun.
on you,
Me, I always tell
knowing
people
very well
that-
it's a 50-50 thing.
I always tell people that that particular first date, my entire life, I had so much fun. Because, like, the person, I'm a talker. The person just allowed me to talk and talk. At some point, I even asked him, I'm sorry, am I talking to my name? He's like, no. I'm enjoying you.
Hello.
Talk to me. And coffee, 40 Ghana cedis. Yet, or three. Between the two of us. Because me no median or second one, man. You understand? But it was it
was
gave me
a
the
great
opportunity
time.
to actually lay back. It was so laid back.
Relax.
It wasn't forced. Like I wasn't tensed up. It was not like now I have to
This is not
impress
like
the person
an
so much. I was
interview.
so exactly.
Yeah,
It wasn't
it's-
like an interview. It was so chill.
It's different if you are already my woman and I'm taking you out. I know, yes, I'm spending on
and
my
no dear,
woman.
yes.
But this is the case. This is more like an audition.
We
you're
are
gonna choose
auditioning
it
ourselves.
If it's going
Yeah,
to happen or
but
not, and you expect me
even
to
for
spend
married
that much.
couples too, I also think there are other ways we can be play around. It's not always come back from work in Kuala Lumpur to saying that type of thing. Like we should.
Do you
we
know
should-
this
we
is
should get
actually
our-
something that I'm scared of? Like one day if I got married, like our lives are just going to move from like the regular, like, oh, how was work? And then we're laughing, and then I'm showing him, like you see today, before we started shooting, I'm taking pictures and things. If I see my partner, he's going to want to see it. Then we just settle into a life where I was like, kids, they're good.
That's all.
Did you cook? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, it was fine. Okay, I'm going to bath.
No.
Hey! I can't deal.
Yeah.
Now there are no kids. There are not much expenses to be made. There are not much bills to be paid.
Yeah.
So that lovely atmosphere can be created. But when the bills comes in, salary isn't coming, people work for 2-3 months, they are not paid. And he comes home, this is September, he needs to pay fees. January is coming. December, he
Yeah.
needs to do Xmas shopping and all that for the family. And you expect me to come back home and be playing around asking,
No.
But do
let's
you
go
know
for
that
like-
this is
Yeah,
actually something
no,
that
yeah,
most guys
let's
have
be
actually
honest.
spoken about?
Yes, marriage and relationships are beautiful of late when there is money involved.
Yeah.
So when going in, Master, take what you
And
can.
I
you
think
can
I also
spend
think
on.
to add to what he has said, I think when we talk about those things, it's always like, oh, the man has to initiate, but the women can also initiate.
Do you know
Yeah.
that there was this thread I saw on social media, right, where guys were also saying that coming back from a hard day's work, they don't expect their wives to be so. You don't have to feel like another work I have to come and
Deal with
like
in the
I need you
house.
to be very. Sometimes it's just the one joke that she can crack, and it makes your day. At least it can allay the heat tempo that is happening in your brain small. But then you, this man that you have written to us, I can assure you that is 1 year of marriage, KK, you people have become boring. That is why sex in the washroom is making you, your whole body is shaking.
In this particular, with this particular scenario, the man is a problem, because from all indications that
He's not gotten over
you are
it.
going into a urinal and somebody is following you. You cannot tell the
And you are
person.
seeing that to be crazy.
But I would like to pass this message across. Most of these urinals of this
Wow.
spaces that is being used commercially should have different spaces. One for the gentlemen, one for the
yeah.
I'm
ladies.
sure there was one for a gentleman, one for a lady.
Oh, shut
No,
up,
trust me, if there was, she wouldn't have gotten in there.
Because it's crazy to me.
Well, it's fun when she's your woman. When you are married or
Hey,
dating.
the way you are saying this, she's your woman.
I told you from the beginning that we've all done stuff. You understand?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yes.
stuff, yeah.
I used to drive. You know what? You getting the picture and all that.
I'm lost, but yes.
So I mean, we do stuff, but then make sure this is who I am with. It shouldn't be somebody's wife.
Yeah.
That is totally wrong. It's an error. I mean, you can do all women in the world.
But
Married you can do it, but not somebody's wedded wife.
Somebody's wife.
Don't do
Yeah,
married women. You die early.
You'll be a comedy channel for God. You'll be like, Sandra, we're only serious.
So I feel in this particular scenario, the gentleman is a problem. The wife, I mean, I can boldly say has never been a problem. Because if the wife was a problem, he would have stated it in the write-up that the wife wasn't making him happy at home or so. But he didn't say anything of that sort. So, and if you're for no,
do you think it's possible to love two people at the same time?
it's never possible. One should be should be last.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's never possible.
Okay. Sure.
I see.
Whoever tells you that is playing around with your feelings.
Oh.
It's never possible.
Obi be jina menim ka me say, I love my wife, but you see, I also
I love it.
sometimes I'm saying uppercuts.
He just wants to have a feel of
It
you.
could
That's
also be that I think someone can let's say for example I'm in a marriage where my wife is now boring and annoying, and then I love her because of the children involved. But then I see you who is very good looking and you are kind to me. I always asking how I'm doing. I love you because I love you. But I love my wife because of the children she has
still,
with me.
it's not loving two people, because before you move out to love the second person, you've already fallen out of love with your wife.
I'm falling out of love.
So love alone is not enough in the marriage.
Marriage.
You are keeping the marriage because of the
children.
kids.
I honestly feel like a lot of people do not understand what love is. Love, that's why every time I see people say love is not enough, I laugh at them, because I think love encapsulates a lot of things. Love encapsulates care, kindness, like thinking about the other person. So if you don't love somebody, or you say you love another person while you have somebody else,
it's a common language now. Everybody loves something. It's very common.
It's very crazy. But guys, we've gotten to my favorite part of the show. Look into my eyes. Oh, I said, look into my eyes. Walter, you already know what look into my eyes is. So you're going to look into your camera and then give our writer a piece of advice.
Okay, so very simple. I think my advice to you is don't go and play any truth or dare game where you have to say it out that you slept with someone who is not your wife. That's for you. I don't think you should tell your wife. I think you should rather build the relationship we have with her, and work on if it's the sex that she's not giving it to you well. Have that conversation with her, and I'm sure she'll be open. And please, now that you know that your ex is very contagious, for the lack of better words, please don't go close to it. Try your possible best to avoid her. And that's all for now.
Saint, just look into your camera and tell him something.
Gentlemen, I'm talking directly to you if you are watching me. You know what? Don't go do extra stuff at home. Your wife will suspect you. Keep doing what you're doing, but just make a little change to, bringing in the fun, making it work out. Don't do too much. Don't do extra. Chill. And please, just as Senna said, you know who the devil is here. Excuse my language. You know who the devil is. Do your possible best to avoid her. in case you meet her unplanned, I mean, give her the attitude. You know, that kind of attitude, she'll feel like, why? Doesn't he want me? Yes, you don't want her. Please, it is last. Kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill it before it kills you.
Mm-hmm.
If you want her, sit your wife down, have a proper divorce, and go back. But I can assure you that you will regret it if you do so.
Period. And just like that, we have come to the end of today's show. I want to say a big thank you to all my guests. Thank you so much, Walter, for coming. The saying, thank you so much for coming. I know your voice will attract certain people, but I bind you in the name of Jesus Christ. Guys, we have come to today's show. It wouldn't have been possible without Cowbell Coffee and Telecel Ghana. Of course, Telecel has told you that new bundle allocations have been reviewed, and then they offer 10% more data at the same old price. Your favorite 400 Ghana Cedis data bundle has increased from 190 gigabytes to 250 gigabytes and does not expire. Just dial star 700 hash or star 530 hash to access a variety of unbeatable data deals on Telecel. We want to say thank you to our crew backstage for your efforts in making this a success. I'll see you same time next week. My name remains Yabita. Peace out.